Hey, Mark. Or Clark, sorry. Just a couple minutes late, but I'm going to work on that owl that I carved with the chainsaw. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I feel like I'm yelling for no real reason here. All right. Hope everybody's doing good this evening. Just turn this crazy light on. This is the owl in black walnut that I carved up. Put the video up, what was it, last week or this week or whatever. And I had mentioned I might go ahead and do a video kind of finishing it. And yeah, figured I'd go live and do a little bit of work on it this evening with you guys. I'll be using the Fordham SR series with the flex shaft. I'm going to be using Saburrtooth burrs. Be using some really small ones for this this carving, but got a whole slew of burrs here to choose from. We'll be playing around with. These white whisper burrs are pretty nice. Those and the yellow ones really do a nice job with the detail and cleaning up, kind of like a sanding sort of deal. Getting out here a little. Wanted to start 5 minutes ago, but I wasn't ready. So I'm gonna just set up my iPad here. Hopefully see your comments here while I'm carving here. There you guys can watch over my shoulder. Good, how's it going, buddy? Saw shed. Hope things are going good, man. Oh, let's see here. This thing pop up. Just gonna be working on this owl. Let's see, where's the live chat? Still working on the bear table, huh? Cool, man. Cool. Be looking forward to seeing that done. It's a good idea. You got a good start on it. I'm going to start here in just a minute, see if we could get a few more people on. I know not everybody gets a notice right away. Sipping, made myself some tea. Cup my daughter got me. Best farter ever. What's up with this live chat thing? Yeah, all right, we'll just stay here until I start carving. The Saburrtooth, or I like Saburrtooth. That's what I run. I know a lot of guys, I'll say it, a lot of guys run Kutzall, and you know, that's fine too. Kutzall's just, I just don't use Kutzall brand burrs. There's also another brand called Typhoon. I don't know how big they are, but I got a couple Typhoon burrs when I ordered up my Fordham carver here. So I mean, there's a couple different brands. I like the Saburrtooth. I was an ambassador with Saburrtooth last year. So that's why I pushed their brand. They hooked me up with some tools to use and to share with everybody. So it works out kind of nice. They've got a lot of different grits to choose from. Honestly, I don't know what Kutzall offers. I don't really get into that, but I know a lot of other power carvers and a lot of other guys use those and they enjoy them and they work really good. So, you know, I think it's just preference, you know, whatever you guys want to use. Just I like the Saburrtooth burrs, you know. Right now with the 1/8 inch shaft, they've got the whisper bits, which are the white, super fine. It's the finest grit they offer. Then they've got a yellow grit. Mine are kind of caked up right now from carving other stuff, but we've got a yellow grit that's a little more coarse. Then it goes green, and then orange, and the orange is the most coarse that they've got. They just came out with this grit for the 1/8 shaft, so it really tears up pretty good. I also recently got these 1-inch spheres in some of their craziest grit. I can't remember exactly what it is, but they got a purple, and these things compared. So where are we? So here's the orange. Oop. Here's the orange and here's the blue. You see the teeth difference on them guys? They're crazy, the teeth on that. So the purple one's even more aggressive than that blue one. Really, really tears the stuff up. But yeah, let's see. Missing comments here. Yeah, but Sasha, you want to get yourself a die grinder and a flame. That's the best way to go. In my opinion, at least. You know, I mean, everybody has their own opinion what you should buy and all that jazz, but I'm gonna grab mine right here so you could just see you've probably seen in videos, but you know, I'm just running cheap Harbor Freight die grinder, and it's the 1/2-inch burr, 1/4-inch shaft. This is my go-to. This flame burr. It's the green, so it's the coarse grit on Saburrtooth.com. Also, you guys can use code HALL10 to the end of March. Capital letters, account. Get started, which I don't mind sharing. Yeah, no problem. If you go to Saburrtooth.com, you can really see them and see the difference lined right up. Perfect, man. So the other thing before I start carving, because it always seems like I lose people near the end of the video, you know, is giveaway stuff. I want to talk to you guys about giveaway stuff. My plan here, let's see. So we did a giveaway. I know I'm like off camera because I got it zoomed in for this, but I know we did a giveaway a while back, and we did a drawing for this Wen power carver. It's like a Dremel, but it's a Wen with a flex shaft and this little kit that comes with it and everything. And Matt got a YouTube channel here, guys. He carves and stuff. You guys can go check him out. Matt Carves. He won it and said, "No, I don't need that. Give it away to somebody else." So we're going to be giving this away. Not tonight. I'll tell you when. And we're also going to eventually be giving away this DeWalt. Now, as I just showed you, I run the Harbor Freight. I don't even have a nice one like this, okay? It's got the paddle grip trigger on there. And also with this giveaway, you guys will get, well, one lucky winner will get 2 Saburrtooth burrs. 3/8 with a 1/4-inch shaft and the 1/4-inch shaft with the 1/2-inch. Two of them I use all the time. So these giveaways are going to be done when we hit 10,000 subscribers. All right, so we hit 10,000 subs, and these will be the giveaway items. Once we hit 10,000 subs, I'll make a video. You guys will know. We'll figure out what we got to do so everybody can get entered, and we'll set a date, do a drawing, all that good stuff. But I wanted to get that out of the way here in the beginning of the video, because I think a lot of people miss it because they don't stick around, or, you know, we end up being is good, but just saying. Wish on your guys' end, you guys could just hit them, you could talk back, you know what I mean? It's like I wouldn't have to try to like make sure I'm caught up and we're all at the same time. My iPad's here behind the carving, but sometimes I miss what you guys write. Also today I had single digits this morning. It was like 5. Alright, should be back. Forgot I was on the Wi-Fi with my phone. If I'm on the Wi-Fi with my phone, then it's all jacked up. Let me see here. We all caught up? Everybody there? We back? We good? I think we're back. Looks like we're back. Cool beans. That one's lagging now. Yeah, so today, it was pretty chilly this morning. I had 5 degrees outside, so I didn't get the chainsaw carve. I had planned to start working on bear tutorials for you guys. Regular, I don't know, I got 2 different styles, well, 3 different style bears. Nothing big, kind of small stuff, so like everybody can create them. And I want to do tutorials, and I'm hoping to knock those videos out, you know, like this week, and then give you 1 video a week. That way there, maybe I could just take a little break. You guys will still get content, but I can take a little break myself. You know what I mean? Knock 3 videos out in a couple days and then put them out by the week. Now the plan for that is give you guys, you know, obviously step-by-step tutorial, start to finish, carving up those bears in each video. But then for the members that I've got here, we're going to take that video and go just a little bit further. The plan is to go a little more detail, talk more detail, talk and show, you know, just some different ideas to go along with it. Talk price point and selling and things like that as well. Hey, Matt, just gave you a shout out, dude. Not sure if you were here a while back when we did that giveaway and you said give this away to somebody else. I just told everybody to go check out your channel. So letting everybody know we're going to give that away when I get to 10,000 subscribers. Plus the die grinder with Saburrtooth burrs. So things got a little crazy after that last one. I forgot and got busy and you know, stuff gets nuts sometimes. Let's see if I can get live chat up on this one. Okay. Made myself some hot tea here. And in a minute, we're going to get carving on this owl. Just figured I'd chat with everybody for a little, see how everybody's doing. Hope your week is going good. Yep. Best farter ever. Oops, I meant father. That's my middle child right there. She gets me a mug, at least 1 or 2 a year, you know, for special occasions, and she's pretty good at trying to get one that says something silly on it. So I gotta appreciate that. She's got a good spirit. I love it. I do. I love it. She likes busting my chops, and that's all right. It's allowed to an extent, you know, to an extent. What are you guys all up to? What are you guys working on before I get carving here? You guys creating, I hope? Just also, just so everybody knows, if you're learning to chainsaw carve on here and you want to share chainsaw carvings that you are you're starting to do, yeah, no problem, buddy. No problem. If you guys want to share those new carvings, you can go over to Facebook. I started a new page just for my subscribers, my new carvers, just so that we can get all our photos together so I can start putting out new carver videos. I think it would be easier. On top of that, everybody that's like subscribed and followed and learning to chainsaw carve, you guys will be able to share your work with one another, kind of see how everybody's progressing and moving along. The page on Facebook is Kyle Hall Woodworker New Carvers. So you guys will be able to go on Facebook and look that up. If I can, I'll try to link below this video once this uploads, because I usually upload these after, you know, after I talk and all that stuff. So, all right, we got 9 people on here. Cool. Hope everybody's having a good evening. I'm going to set this aside in a minute, and we'll get going on this owl. So this is the owl from, I don't know, a few days back. We got, you know, some detail already going, but we're going to try to do just a little bit more. Also, while I carve, I'm going to kick my heat on, so you'll probably hear that droning out the sound of all kinds of other stuff. Oh man, 100 pounds, that thing's going to be heavy. Yeah, I know, Clark. And I wish it would too. I wish there was a way to do that here on YouTube, but there's just not to be able to share. But you can always send it to me through email if Facebook's not something you do, or you guys can get a hold of me through Instagram. Those links are down below. Other videos right now available. Once this goes fully uploaded, they'll be under this one as well. All right, so I might not be out here the whole time getting this done. Gonna just figured I'd, you know, pop in, say hey, carve for a little bit and stuff, but I'm gonna kick that heater on. Let's see here. Can you guys hear that? Can you even hear the heater running? It's the blower on the wood stove. I don't know how loud it'll be on camera there, but She's going. She's going. Get this thing up here a little closer. Yeah, power carving at the beach. Imagine that. So I've got a taper bit. Yeah, because it's light. So this is a taper bit from Saburrtooth. This is the, man, what one is this? I think this is the Whisper bit. Whisper grit. So it's the white grit. We're going to go in and just kind of define the feathers around the face here. Get underneath and kind of lift it up. So they've a little more three-dimensional. We'll start here around the eyes. Hey Jennifer, Curtis, I'm not sure what you're asking, buddy. What would be a good well and testimony on your gun stock? I'm not sure what you're asking, buddy. I don't know what you mean. I'm gonna grab air so I could dust it off as we go here. Hope you're all having a good evening. Curtis. Well, buddy, I assume I can say buddy after seeing your comment. I'm not going to talk. I will not talk politics stuff here on YouTube. Just because. Just because. Clark, I think they all fog our glasses, buddy. This is the, hey, Rick. Yeah, so this is just an RZ mask, guys. This is the mesh one. I can't remember. They've, you know what I mean? They've got like a couple different ones. I wear the neoprene one when it's cold out. I've got a black mesh one when it's warm out. I try to keep the green one for when I'm here at the bench so that it doesn't smell like chainsaw gas. You know, like exhaust and all that junk. So, you know, you've got vents. There's a little rubber membrane in there, so when you breathe out, it lifts. When you breathe in, it sucks in, forcing you to breathe through the mesh. It's still, if it's not on just right, my glasses will still fog when it's chilly or there's a lot of moisture in the air. It just kind of seems to be the way it goes when you wear glasses. It happens. While you guys are here, if you guys can, give the video a thumbs up, all right? It'll help get other people to be able to view it, and it'll get it out there a little bit further. I do appreciate it. I like it, though. RZ Industries or something like that, .com. RZ mask. You can also buy different pieces here they got as well. Ski goggles, yeah, that's an idea. That's not bad. So the only thing with ski goggles, are they going to protect your face if you're using like an angle grinder? That would be the only thing to be careful about. I know a lot of guys, let's see here, hold on. I know a lot of guys are using angle grinders on bears, which I do too sometimes. I really don't use these though. And a lot of people use this disc. Just be careful because they can blow apart, you know, and that thing's going at a very high rate of speed, and you just want to make sure your face is protected, all right? So just keep that in mind. But yeah, the idea that ski goggles, no fog with those, for sure. You guys got any questions so far? I know nothing crazy going on yet. Got to get that other eye kind of cleaned up, but I think I'm going to, let's see, I think I'm going to block you guys to get in there, but I'm going to get in here to this eye. Wonder if this angle's too much. Kind of tough to see that detail, isn't it? But I got to get the detail done on this eye and get these feathers over here sort of like fluffed up looking, because that's just how I like them to look. So I'll try to get you guys in for a closer shot. Yeah, safety, guys, safety. Yeah, I want to try to make sure everybody could see it. Safety is an important thing, guys. It really is. You got to be conscious for your own safety. You know, you might be watching a YouTube channel to learn, whether it's mine or somebody else's, and we may do something that's not always 100% safe. I mean, well, we are running chainsaws, right? So you have to, you know, when you're doing it and the saw's in your hand, the tools are in your hand, you guys are working along, always consciously be thinking about safety, you know. I carve in a really tight spot out there in the tent, so there's always things around my feet, potential tripping hazards. You guys just starting to carve and are just not used to the lay of like your area. Keep it clean. Give yourself like 4 or 5 feet all the way around your jaw horse so you can move and work your saw. And to be honest, if that saw kicks back, you want move, you know, you want to be able to move, get out of the way, hold it, let that brake kick on and things like that. So safety, be aware of your surroundings, especially when you guys are carving. If you guys that are starting to carve, and I know we got some more people on right now, like I said, today was chilly, so I didn't get out there and run chainsaws, but hopefully tomorrow I'll be putting together some tutorial videos carving bears, and we'll have, you know, I'm hoping to do 3. We were on the mini carving series, and then I got sidetracked, and I don't know if I got anything else I'm going to add to it. These bears will be smaller though, like maybe 8-inch girth logs, and you know, probably nothing taller than 2 feet for the next 3 videos if everything goes to plan, and then we'll see how that goes. And I myself need to practice some eagles. I want to do better with them because I just don't do a ton. I don't get a lot of orders for eagles. Eagles don't really sell like crazy as bears do, so I just don't have a ton of practice. But I want to get practicing with those, so then we can carve up some eagles together as well, and you know, maybe get into some bigger bears come spring and summer, and you know, all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna get in here and see if we can get this owl's eye together. See what happens. Hey Mark, how's it going, buddy? There's Mark, everybody. Mark's a member of the channel. I appreciate it, Mark. Thanks for being here. I know some of my members are, some of the current members, it's like super early in the morning, so I don't know if we'll see too many people that are currently members on this evening, but thanks for stopping by, Mark. Alright, so I kind of got that eye shaped out a little bit more. Alright, let's hope the camera doesn't like fall, but see if I could tilt it in there. Alright, okay. So, right, we're shaping in that eye using that bit. And I'm going to try to fluff up these feathers. So I'm kind of undercutting. Here we go. Get that mask off. Jeez Louise. So kind of taking this bit here and undercutting these lines that are there already and shaping it up and bring them in closer to the eye. And I'll come down here and bring these in a little bit tighter as well. Tighter to the beak. So the line flows up in more. And then kind of sand the beak up. We'll work our way down here to these feathers as well. Try to get in as much as I can. And then we'll see about maybe sanding it. We'll see what time we're at. A little more definition in those feathers. Work our way down here. Oh, that crack in there irritates me. See that crack in his face? Drives me nuts. Why has there got to be a crack right in the middle of his face? Ugh. Irritating. Ooh, breathing in black walnut dust. It's good for you. Just kidding. No, it's not. Wear a mask. Anyway, I'll probably continue to work down here. If I get time this evening, I might mix up a little bit of epoxy with some really fine black walnut sawdust that I save from when I'm sanding. Not this kind of sanding, but when I'm using my my orbital sander for furniture pieces and it collects all the dust. If it's all dark walnut, I save it for things just like this. I'll mix it in with epoxy. We'll kind of drip it in there, let it soak in. You know, it might take more than 1 or 2 applications, and then I'll have to come back and carve it away. Now this piece is dry. This is a dried out piece. That's the only reason I would do it like that. If this was green, for the fact of what this is, if this was green, I'd be letting this sit till it was dry before any repairs were done. You know what I mean? Because if you make a repair before it's dry, it's just going to pull apart anyway. Are you talking about right here, Rick? The quality of wood in this? Because this isn't a burl. I've had a bunch of people question me on that, and a couple carving pages call me out and tell me this is a burl I'm carving, but it's not. It's actually a knot, just a tree knot. Quickest example of what this is, right here. Is right main stem and a branch. So this is the main trunk of the tree, and this was a big tree branch that came off. This came off a tree that was like 2.5 feet across. When I take wood to the mill and I have them cut me slabs, I have them save everything, even cut-offs like this, because this is just flat. If you guys saw the video where I chainsaw carved it. If not, you guys can go back and see me carve the owl with the saw. But that's what this is from, just an extra cut-off. And this was a big branch that came out off of here. So, carving burls though, I do carve burls, and if you can get burls at the right time, the wood can be really nice. This is maple burl. It's a very yellow in color with some dark striations, dark lines through it, and they actually have like flame and waviness in it. And this is cherry burl, just some little fish kind of messing around with. A little tough to see with the lighting there, huh? Another little cherry burl guy, just gonna carve little fish, you know, with some little fins on them and things like that. Playing around, little stuff. So I have a custom order coming up for a custom light, and I'll be carving out some cherry burl trout. Nothing big, they'll be kind of small. And I'll probably do a video on the trout and the whole lamp build, and then a whole video of it all kind of like coming together. But this is cherry burl here. So that's what the edges look like when you peel that bark off. But if you get it right, it can be very, very solid, very dense. It'll carve, but it'll carve pretty hard sometimes. But beautiful, beautiful stuff when finished. So that line kind of separated the head from the body right here just a little bit, kind of undercut. Got to get these feathers over here, and that kind of blocks you guys, so. So I'm going to have to get in with a different bit and take this corner out down in here. I want it to kind of curve out in. It is quiet. Hey, Gypsy Rose. How are you doing? Hope everything's going well. Thank you, Rose. I appreciate that. Good. I'm glad everything's good with you. That's good to hear. Just working on the owl from that chainsaw carving. Just detailing the feathers. Here, let's see if we can give everybody a close-up shot here, if the camera will focus in for us. Alright, so we're doing like a undercut, so the feathers kind of kick out. Yeah, I know, everybody keeps calling it a burl. It's a tree limb. This was a tree limb coming off the big main part of the tree. And it was actually cut flush. So this is black walnut I'm carving. Burl wood can be very hard. I was just talking about it. Get my camera set here. I was just talking about burl wood a few minutes ago. I carved quite a bit of cherry burl power carving, like fish and things like I did on that desk. Burl it's tougher to carve due to all the grain and all the patterns in the grain, and get all these crazy fish eye, bird's eye in there, and the grain goes all nuts. So you have to take your time with it. I'm actually carving end grain. So I was just showing everybody in comparison to this here. This is a slab piece. When I took like a 2.5 foot piece of walnut to the mill, and they cut me boards, and then I save everything. So this is a cut off chunk. There's wood back here. It's only about that thick, and then this is where a full branch came off, and it was cut. It was cut straight across, kind of like, you know, the branch coming off here, but it was more of an angle out, and then the branch was cut off. So right now I'm carving into end grain to create this piece, and that is also pretty tough to carve into the end grain sometimes. It just kind of is compared to carving to the side. Burl wood taken away from details. I don't necessarily think it takes away from details, but I would never paint a piece carved in burl wood. I think burl has so much detail in itself that you have to be able to carve it nice, sand it nice and smooth, and make it a full finished piece if you're carving burls. Especially if you've got just like a beautiful burl with all kinds of grain. I think it really is important how you finish that piece. For me, it's oil finishes in a very satin and matte look, so it's very natural, but the grain is really brought out in the piece. I don't usually add any paint, like even on the fish, I don't paint the eyes. No paint. I want to make sure that I wish I had one out here, but they're all on that desk, and that's put up, but it just has such beautiful grain to it. When I get going on some pieces, though, you guys will see in future videos. All right, so I got to work down here on these lower feathers and kind of get them a little more defined, like these upper ones we just did. Hey Peggy, thanks for joining. Dusty, Dusty. Hey Michael. Thanks for stopping by, guys. I appreciate everybody that's here. I really do, you guys. So, we'll probably come back to this tapered whisper bit. But for now, I'm going to take this off. And I want to get in and clean out under here. Take this mask off. I want to get, I was going to say, who you calling that, Sawshed? Jeez Louise. Anyway. Stupid auto-correcting phones, right, man? I got to get in here, though, and clean this out. There's, like, just too much meat here. I want it to round, like, up into the piece. And the same thing down in here, where these spots are kind of, they're tough to get into. They really are, but I'm going to see what we can do here. And I find a really good bit to get in there is, like, a sphere or something that's got a ball nose to it. Tends to work really nice. Let's see, this might be too big. Yeah, that'll work. Well, I gotta take this one out first. Duh. I know how that goes. I'll type up a whole thing about whatever, and usually I'm sending it to my wife. And I don't proofread nothing. I just hit send, and then I'm like, oh crap, what did that just say? And then I gotta go back, and usually she's faster at texting than me, and she's already going, what are you talking about? And it's all spelt wrong, and nothing looks nothing looks right. I gotta rewrite it. Cell phones, they're awesome. They're awesome. Alright, so we got a coarse sphere on here. This is an orange 1/8" shaft from Saburrtooth. Alright, guys. This is the most coarse grit that they offer in 1/8 right now. Okay. So we're going to go in here, tear this up around the owl, getting the meat of him off here, and probably work my way right around this piece to make it kind of go in a little bit deeper behind the owl himself. All while trying to stay out of the way so you guys can see something. Death wobble. Dang it. Come on. Dusty. Yeah, that's why you wear the mask. You still breathe it in. Wear your mask, guys. You're probably catching all this sawdust, too. Gypsy, you... Do I like this one better than the flame? Depends on what I'm doing. I gotta put this on. It's all dusty in here. So, I'm using this to take away a lot of material in here. One, because it's the coarse grit. It's going to do it really fast. Two, I'm using the sphere so I can have rounded edges in there. If I use the a taper bit or I use the flame burr to get in here, I'm going to leave lines. And I don't want a bunch of lines. I kind of want to be able to have this somewhat of a wavy but yet smooth finish from the spheres. So we're kind of getting in there and making these lines. And mostly what I'm doing is I'm removing any chainsaw marks that are in there. So there's no like 90-degree chainsaw marks. Plus, I want to do more detail to the owl, but I kind of need to remove the material that, you know, as far back as I need to or I want to before I continue, you know, to get the owl detailed in there a little bit farther. Boy, should just have the vacuum over here for this. Dusty stuff today. Woo! Let's see. So getting that out pretty nice. I gotta try to get down here around these feet, but I don't want to remove too much because I got the feet pretty close, but I need to get rid of a couple chainsaw marks down in here. Oop, that ain't good. I'll go hitting stuff. Alright. Check my teeth on here. Don't go doing something dumb like I did and go look at something and whack the burr off the steel handle down here on the vise. That's always not cool. Luckily I didn't break any teeth off of that, but... Alright. Let's get rid of this guy. Figure out what we're going to go next here. Holy cow, it's 9:30 already? Get out of here. Really? 9:30? Man, I've been on here almost an hour. Good gravy. Oh, what bird do we want to use next? What do we want to carve here? What do we got to do, actually? Clean up the feet. Get into some hard to reach spots. All right, so check out this taper. We're going to use this taper. Apparently there's some dust in my mask. Delicious. All right, so this is the one I've been using before the sphere. This one. Now we're going to go to this longer one. It's more narrow. And what I want to do is get in under the toes, like do an undercut so they look rounded. Yeah, man, it does. It's seriously, time flies. It's crazy. Yeah, that sphere burr, Rick, can do a lot. We can also put fur on bears with it. It chews away wood like crazy. You just got to be careful it doesn't get into the death wobble. You know, if you're just making a straight cut, you got to keep widening that cut, otherwise it'll jump all over. But any burr will really do that on you. But I'm going to go in and undercut these toes, and we'll kind of define those and slim them down. And see about getting some feathers with this longer reach we've got. Getting there. Cutting out those toenails right now. Cutting out toenails. Alright, got a little bit of meat to remove in here with these feathers. Well, you know what? I might be able to turn them into feathers. Let's see what happens here. Well, that worked. Get her in here and see if we can make something else work. Oh yeah, looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Woo. I'm liking it. Add a little something on the top. Just because I want to. Woo! Alright guys, yeah, we got 11 people still hanging out. Cool, cool. Let's see. Afraid if I take them out of here, you guys aren't going to be able to see nothing. And I can't move the camera really good because it's on a tripod thing. Let's see what we can play around here with. Alright, so, let's see. You guys can't see nothing. What the heck? So we were working down here, okay? You guys see this toenail right here. Right, cut it out, gave it the curved shape. Let me see. Black walnut, buddy. Carving black walnut. So we curved the toenails, right, for a natural curve look. Same over here. You guys can kind of see we got all our feathers. There, that kind of looks good. We got trying to get these feathers in the back here, right? So they flop out. Same thing here. These ones kind of come down. Sort of, kind of did a backwards cutting motion like that to kind of get these ones in the front to sort of stick out. It's a little tricky. Ooh, hold the phone, literally, because it's dropping. Hold on here. I wish I could go live with my GoPros and have like 2 angles at once. That would be absolutely awesome, but it's like a whole program thing, and I'm not a programmer. I don't know how to figure it out. So yeah. Yeah. Looks pretty cool. I like the way he's looking. I think he looks pretty good. Oh, what to do what to do. I got the mandrel here with a little bit of sandpaper on it, so maybe we will go ahead and carefully do some light sanding and kind of see what happens. You gotta be careful with sanding because you can take away a lot of detail that you just put into a piece, a small piece. If you do too much sanding, you can just sand away your detail. You know, in this case, I haven't done any really fine lines. We've just defined some feathers and stuff, but thanks guys, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. It's coming along. It's just about done other than that crack. I'm gonna have to fill that. I can't live with it. This is one of those pieces I think I'll end up putting on my website for sale when it's done. So I want the crack filled and all that stuff. Gotta get my foot just right so I can get a slow speed here. Whew. No, actually it's not. I got it from somewhere online. I do need to get myself a Peter Blair mandrel though, I really do. This one, Rose, this bit holder, this came with my Fordham kit. When I ordered the kit, it came with that. Yeah, you know what? I think I ordered this right off Fordham.com. The same place you get the shaft and all that. At the time, when I ordered this mandrel, Peter Blair wasn't making them yet. And or maybe he was just starting to make them, and Jordy was sharing them and stuff. And I had, you know, there was like that weird time where I think I already had it like in the mail coming, and they were starting to put that stuff out. But I do need to reach out and get myself one of those. Support somebody kind of local. You know, well, I can't say local. Those guys are forever away from me, but support somebody else here. You know, creating stuff. All right. Oh, sometimes you just can't get in there. Got a darn spot right here, but I just can't get it. Just no way. Come on. Got to put longer pieces on so I can stand way back here and just slap the crap out of it. Hold on, I'm dying over here. All right, finish. Jeez Louise. Hold on, it's choking me out. With gravy. Oh, what do we got for water? Let's see here if any of these bottles work. Nope, that one says bug killer. We're not going to spray any bug killer in here. Dang it. I was hoping this was going to work here. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. I promise. I promise I'll be right there. Unless I trip and fall. I should be back though. Oh, hey, look, I'm still on the screen. Oh, so we're going to do a fun little trick. Pour out a little bit of water. Oh, and let's see. Let's see if we can make this pop. Now, I'm not going to be putting any finish on this tonight, so that's why I'm not too worried about slapping some water on here. So you guys can kind of see how dark this piece will be. And actually, you can kind of see some of the grain pattern even. There's bleach in this. Forgot there's some bleach in this water. You can smell it. It's hitting me in the face. That's cool. Ah, it's just a little bleach, right? It's not going to hurt you. Alright. Dropping stuff. Dropping stuff. I must be getting tired. I must be getting late out here. Alright, let's do this. Cover my face. Alright, fun trick, alright guys? That's what the finish is going to look like. Alright, so it's just water right now, but that's basically what the finish will look like when he's all done. And I got finish on there. Like I said, this is just water. I wish I could. Alright. So it's just the water. It blew off the excess so it wasn't shiny and all that kind of stuff. But, yeah. Get a little, yeah. In person, it does look pretty nice. I'm looking at it on here and I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Thank you. Thanks, Gypsy. Yeah, so it'll be an oil finish, and I'll either use tongue oil. Sorry if I'm yelling. I'm right next to the camera. I'll either be using tongue oil or teak oil. It's supposed to be like a penetrating. It'll get in and you know, harden up and help protect the overall piece. And that'll get painted all in here really well. Then I wait a few days, and well, 15 minutes. Try to sponge out any excess. We'll come in, we'll brush in another. We'll probably do that like 2-3 times. And it takes 3 days to really like dry. And then I'll have to look at it and kind of debate whether or not I want to put a polyurethane on it. This is a piece that will be inside. Somebody that decides to purchase this piece down the road, it'll end up being a wall hanging piece. In this one, yes. I think I will change the heat there. I think I will paint the eyes on this owl so that they will at least stand out. I may even paint the beak and the toenails. The rest of the owl is going to stay pretty much walnut, but I might go ahead because there's some really cool color variations right here inside the grain where the sapwood is meeting the heartwood of the branch, so that's the lighter wood meeting the darker color. So I might actually see about taking a tan or a very light maple sort of colored paint, or maybe a little darker, I don't know, and adding just a touch of something to the feathers, just to kind of bring it a little bit more to life, a little more realistic. But I don't want to do a lot of paint. I want the grain of the walnut to still show, so it would be just very little light, very light strokes with a very thin brush. Um, and yeah, that'll pretty much be it. Wood stove must have burned out on me. Yep, sure did. Feel the wood stove blowing chilly air on me. Got working and never threw any logs in there, but that's all right. Yes, the back is flat, so it can be hung. You know what? Let's see what we can do here. Got this great big old vise my father-in-law gave to me when he was alive. He had a big bench in his shop, so it's something I'm pretty proud to have in mind. It's down here. You guys can't really see it, but he got a bench years ago, and I got into woodworking, and he's like, take that vise, you can have it. So that's a cool piece. But here's the guy we've been working on. Oh, look at that. We can get the light in there. There he is. Right? So there's the back, flat. Ooh, I kind of like the way that owl looks right there. You guys can see the beak sticking out. Let's see how close we can get here. Let's see if we could play with the light. Trying to manipulate the board so you guys can see and manipulate this little lamp. Yeah, see if we can get in there and see those toenails. Where are they? All right, everything I want to do is backwards because it's in the camera, but you guys can kind of see the curl of the toenails. Feathers for the back. It's feathers on the front. So, yeah. Wrap it back up here, put it back in the vise so it can stay standing up for me. So this piece was cut in the winter, and I anticipate the bark to stay on because it was pretty cold when it was cut down. Now I've seen people on carving pages ask, how do you keep the bark on a carving? You don't keep it on there at all because it's not going to stay for you. The timing in which the wood is cut is key. All right? You need it to be cold. And it needs to have been cold, very cold, for, 6 weeks at least. Like dead of winter cold. It's freezing out. Nobody wants to go outside cold, right? And if you cut the tree, or the tree is cut at that time, the bark will stay on. I like going over this because I always think it's a fun little thing to think of, but when the tree is cut in the winter, the tree has already shrunk. All the sap has drained down and out of the tree, so the tree has shrunk. It's sucked the bark to itself, and there's no liquid flowing between the bark, the membrane, and the wood. So this piece was cut in the summer. As you can see, the bark just comes off. I use this as a mallet when needed, but all right, so the bark's just coming off. This was cut in the summer. The sap was there. This was wet. It was just all wet and very green when I cut this piece. Okay? So if it's cut in the winter, and then you go ahead and you get monkeying around with it, and it shrinks, the bark's already shrunk with it. So when you cut and it dries, it doesn't shrink too much more. It will a little bit, but the bark usually stays on. Yeah, Matt. That's not a bad idea. Some LEDs, Matt's saying. Matt says I should put some LEDs in there. Man, the key thing with LEDs would be where exactly to put them. And part of me would want them like here, shining down. Maybe from the side, just shining up, or just, I don't know. I'd have to figure that out. That's a good idea, though. Some LEDs. Yeah, so no, in this case, I want this to keep the bark all the way around because I want people to know it's walnut only when they're looking in here. If say we left the bark here and removed all of this, it's going to be more of a white colored. Oh yeah, no, ideas are good. I am always open and I'm always listening to ideas because, you know, 2 heads are better than 1, 3 heads are better than 2, 4 heads are better than 3. You know what I mean? You get all kinds of ideas from other people, not just yourself. So ideas are cool. Criticism to an extent is good, and it's a good thing to learn how to take criticism as well. Well, here's the thing. I'm going to take this back out so you can see. The wood behind this bark is sapwood, so it's very light in color. So it's almost like maple. The wood doesn't actually get dark. See, you guys can see it was a tree knot until here. This is where the wood's dark, and then it grows its branch, and then it gets darker and darker and darker. So if this was a smaller branch, we would have, this whole piece wouldn't be nice dark walnut. It would be light colors and things like that. So this is all pretty much a light, I say maple, but it's a little bit darker than maple in color. So it's very light. And honestly, if you peel the bark, the wood underneath it in here is going to be kind of, it can be very hit and miss. It could be very plain, or it could be, I don't know if you guys can see it. There's like some light colored striations in here through the dark walnut. Where the heck are they? They're actually right down in here. Yeah, I probably can't get it on camera because I can't get the angle right. It's right there. There's like a white line. You guys can just barely see it. Yeah. Anyway, sometimes when you peel the bark, you can get some really cool stuff like that. But it's very hit and miss. So I used this wood for the countertops in my house. I built countertops for the wife last year. For us, I should say. She wanted them, but for us. And I got some really, really beautiful grain from where the knots were. This tree just was really exceptional. Just a very beautiful piece. Well, you guys got any questions? Anything you guys want to ask real quick? Because I'm going to get out of here. It's cooling down in the shop. The heat's dissipating. I got to head in and warm up and go to bed. Because I got a full day. Ooh, there we go. Got a full day of carving tomorrow. And a lamp design to be working on. Custom lamp design for a customer. Ooh, I'm excited. Gonna have 2 carved trout on the lamp. We're gonna use some beautiful burl wood. Look at this stuff. This stuff is gorgeous. Yeah. That's gonna be on the lamp. We're gonna use black walnut, cherry burl fish. It's gonna be awesome. It'll be a video all on its own. Probably a video carving the fish. And am I doing the rest live? The rest of this guy live? I don't really know. I don't know. I gotta go ahead and like fill the crack and just kind of carve it out and then put a finish on it. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe we'll go live and do that. At least I'll get it filled in my own time, and then maybe we'll go live and I'll carve the filler out, resand, and then put a finish on it. We could probably do that if I remember. Yeah. Boy, it's going on 10. Oh my goodness. Well, I hope you guys had a great night. I really do. I thank you guys for joining me out here in the shop. definitely will share pictures when it's done. I'll definitely share it. Like if I don't share fully completing it, I will share it fully completed, if that makes any sense, you know. If I forget to go live while I'm getting it done, I will at least do a guest appearance with this piece so you guys can see it fully done. So, oh yeah, the lamp. Definitely. So, the lamp is a custom order for a customer of mine for their log cabin. When I do custom orders, I really do try to make a video for them. And that will be on video. We'll carve up a couple trout in a video, and then the next video will be creating the shell of the lamp, and then probably a third video, more high speed, creating the whole lamp as one and installing it, or at least having a final picture of where it is installed. So that'll be a good project. Should be fun, a little challenging, but I like that kind of stuff. That's, you got to have a little bit of challenges in your work. Otherwise, what's the point of doing it if it's always easy? Yeah, guys, I hope you guys have a great night. I really do. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for being here. Again, members that have showed up tonight and that'll see this in the future, I really do appreciate what you guys do to support the channel. Thank you. It means a lot. And yeah, hopefully you guys will catch the next live video. I'll see you guys next time.